From robbing stores, experiencing prison to almost starting a war between Mafia families, Mafia II Platinum Trophy is an underrated masterpiece that nobody talks about. Last year, I platinumed the original Mafia Definitive Edition, and that ended up being one of my favorite platinums to ever achieve. So when I saw that Mafia 2 will be a monthly game for November on PS Plus, I was super excited and decided to challenge myself to get the platinum faster than I did the original one. And that one I did very fast, in only 2.5 days. The in-game time to get the platinum should be 25 hours, which is the same for Mafia 1, so this should be an interesting challenge. I began this challenge on Thursday morning, and my goal was to achieve platinum before Saturday evening. I picked the hardest difficulty on start to stack the difficulty specialist trophies, because I did not want to lose time playing the story twice, or at least I thought I won't need to play it twice, but spoiler alert, I kind of had to play it again, and later you will see why. Quickly, I was introduced to another amazing story and the main protagonist, Vito Scalera, or as you should actually pronounce it, Vito Scaletta, who was caught during a robbery and instead of jail was sent to serve in World War II in Sicily. After completing the prologue, I was awarded the first trophy.
Viva la Resistenza! The first trophy, let's go!
After coming back home to Empire Bay, I was greeted by Joe Barbaro, an old buddy of Vito, who took us home where we met family. Next day, when going to Joe's, Vito finds his sister getting confronted by some sort of guy, and here we met one of the weirdest things about this game. The fighting mechanics, that look sort of like Yakuza for a moment, with Vito throwing leg kicks like his Chuck Norris in his prime.
Bam! KO! Big brother!
Anyway, Vito's dad before dying took out a loan and didn't pay back, so the family is not doing the best financially. Who is doing pretty well financially is Joe Barbaro, because he does some work for the mob and makes good money. In his apartment, I also found the first collectible, which gave me a trophy.
Is this needed? Yes, collector's item.
In need of money, Vito decided to do some work with Joe Barbaro to earn money for the family faster. Joe Barbaro introduced us to Giuseppe, who sold us some lockpicks, so we stole a car and customized it at the OG Empire Bay Customs.
I mean, first we repair this car, and we can get some tuning on this bitch. Let's go, tuned ride!
And here I also met another interesting thing about this game, the driving mechanics. I love it! The cars feel heavy, and in the snow, you can drift a lot.
Let's go! Oh, that's cool. No, it's fun. Shit. Wait, we saved it. Kind of.
We then went to Brewski, who gave us a job to steal a car, which was supposed to be easy, but I was absolutely bullied by the AI.
What the f***? Where did they come from out of nowhere? Go, 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 this car is so slow! Where the f*** they came out of nowhere? Oh my god, this car does not turn into the corners. Which does not help. Oh my god, they just fucking flew up here. What the fuck? I'm dead. I'm dead already? Okay, we're back. Back in business. Chapter 3 and Home Sweet Home.
Then we went to work a bit for Derek, the guy Vito's father worked before his death and where his mom wanted to work. So we got appointed to do some crate carrying for a whopping $10. Yep, that will definitely help pay off the $2,000 debt fast. So obviously I wanted to leave quite quick.
Doors open, leave when you have had enough. I'm leaving.
But after saying that I know Joe, I was appointed to do somewhat of a less awful job, which was collecting money from other workers for a barber fee. And of course, got into more fights.
Bam, down. Oh, it can take me that hard. Nice. Oh, who pays for the barber?
Then Vito was offered a good paying job, but that meant we had to do a little heist. We went to the office of price administration and stole some ration stamps, which I was very successful and sneaky at.
Okay, Einstein, let's hear it.
Oh no! What if I get killed now? Maybe to will
This is
reset.
the Empire Bay Police Department.
Just
We have
kill
you
me,
surrounded.
please.
Surrender immediately. We
Okay,
will
what's
open
the
fire.
checkpoint? What's the checkpoint? If the checkpoint is still when I'm sneaky. Yes, it is still sneaky, good.
While exploring for collectibles, I did find this place in the basement, which turned off the safe alarm, so the next time, the first thing I did was to go there and disable it. and after stealing the stamps, I got a trophy for not raising the alarm and being extra sneaky.
Okay, return to the Freddy's bar. The professional.
But this can't be so easy, can it? Of course not! These stamps are about to expire, so we gotta sell them fast. There's a trophy for selling them all in time, which I was really struggling at. The hardest difficulty gave you less time, which was a bit stressful.
I have 1 minute left. Oh, this is a limited. There's a speed limit and I do not want to get in a police chase. Oh man, the clock is ticking quite fast. Okay, we're here. Move away from me, cars. Come on, sell. No! Let me go!
Hey,
Okay. Oh my god, that was really close.
Gas stamps.
Where'd you get them? On second thought, I don't even want to know.
Smart man. Okay, well, I guess that's a bust. I should go back to Joe's.
Didn't I finish them though? I sold everything. What? What happened? I sold everything, didn't I?
So technically I sold them in time, but because the dialogue ended after the timer ran out, the game counted this as a failure, and I didn't get the trophy for selling every stamp in time, so I drove back a little bit angry.
It's fine. This is not fine, actually just died. What? I got a trophy at least, get rich or die flying. Wait, but that's not the trophy that I should have gotten. I don't think that's the mission related trophy, is it?
Now I did not know what this trophy was until I looked it up after. It's for get all wheels of your car into the air for at least 20 meters and then touch the ground again. Sounds hella confusing, but it's basically just catch some air and land the car. This did reset the checkpoint, so I sold the stamps again, but this time in time.
Oh, and that's the trophy, there we go. Mailman. The price of oil.
And then stuff began escalating real quick. We went to rob a jewelry store, but the Irish gang decided to do the same thing at the same time, just not in a sneaky way, which attracted police attention. After a massive shootout and an insane escape through rooftops, we got away. And the Irish did not, because they probably forgot their lucky shamrocks when leaving.
Night shift.
Then at the beginning of chapter 5, we meet this lady who said some interesting stuff to Vito.
Too bad you were passed out when I came in. We could have partied. Maybe next time, doll. Bye.
When exiting the apartment, she got into a little accident with some sort of guy, and Vito, like a true gentleman, defended the lady and beat the shit out of that guy. Yakuza style, of course.
Oh damn, that was nice.
And then an even more sus conversation happened.
Thanks, handsome. I owe you one. Do you want to come over to my place for a piece of pie?
Yeah, thanks, but look, I really gotta get going.
Okay.
You'll like it, I promise. I gotta get going now. I'll see you around.
Okay. A lesson in manners.
Anyway, then we went to ambush a guy because he's an enemy of the family. So we completely blasted this guy and his crew.
The enforcer.
This chapter was absolutely action-packed with gunfights almost all the time.
Don Clemente sends his regards. Oh!
Who shot him? Oh!
You sorry you...
Oh damn, that was brutal!
You all Greco the doctor?
On the positive side though, after doing the job, Vito finally had enough money to pay the family's debt.
Good spirits.
But then Vito got arrested because one of the gas station clerks ratted him out. Which meant we're going to prison. Prison was literally just a fighting simulator with occasional cutscenes. To quickly sum it up, Vito met this guy Leo, who is a mafia member and basically is untouchable in jail and can do almost everything he wants to. We fight an Irish gang member from that same jewelry store job, some Chinese guy, which felt super racist when playing this.
Watch where you walk, Guaylo.
Maybe if your eyes were all the way open, you would have seen me coming, asshole.
Oh my god, the racism.
Crook.
Oh, he's down.
And a pedophile because Vito didn't drop his soap in the shower.
The true prison experience.
Destroy him.
During jail time, Vito's mother sadly passed away and his sister got married. Leo finished his prison sentence and helped Vito get out of the prison a few years earlier. After coming back home, Joe Barbaro met us and showed us how much everything has changed. The vehicles, the posters all around the city, and most importantly, no more snow, which means no more endless Tokyo drift. Anyway, now Joe does work for the Falcone family. And we go to celebrate to the cat house joined by Eddie, the Falcone family underboss. And of course, in a typical fashion, things escalate quickly when later in the evening, completely wasted, Eddie remembers that he has a body in the trunk of his car that he needs to deal with. And who has to deal with it? Of course me.
Call you tomorrow, Vito.
Last respect.
The next day, in-game and in real life, because it's Friday,
Joe Barbaro
takes him out for a very legit cigarette selling mission. Here I felt like I was playing some sort of gas station simulator, walking all over the back of the truck, handing out cartons to Joe and him constantly yelling
Bingo, 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 bingo.
like I'm a toddler who just learned how to wipe his ass independently after taking a Anyway, we keep selling, and just when I thought nothing will happen, some greasers appeared, burned down the truck, and after tracking them down in a typical mafia fashion, we wiped them all out. We took their hot rods and sold them to Brewski to cover the cost of the burned truck.
The wild ones.
Then Vito finds out that Luca, a member of the Clemente family, the family Vito worked for before going to jail, actually let Vito go to jail on purpose and tried scamming him by telling him that if he wants to join the Clemente family, he must pay a 5k entrance fee. So Carlo Falcone, the Falcone family boss, wants Vito to get his revenge on Luca. He follows him into the slaughterhouse, where we actually find some members of the Falcone family. We rescued them, a massive shootout happens, we confront Luca, and he meets his fate. And at the end of the chapter, Vito and Joe become official Mafia family members.
Man of honor.
Up to this point, the whole plot is amazing and full of action-packed fights and shootouts, but from now on, the whole masterpiece story begins. The rest of the story was so good that I completely forgave the game about the issues I had before, like constant stuttering while driving or even walking in the city center, some stuff just disappearing, like characters from the car, or being unable to enter places. The way the story develops is just a big wow moment. So, Vito and Joe are given a job to assassinate Alberto Clemente, the Clemente family boss. During the inauguration to the Mafia family, the whole Mafia bosses and members were there. Basically, if anyone sees us or finds out about the assassination, that would basically start a war between families, because they know us. So, Joe Barbaro thinks of a genius plan to bomb their room where Clemente is holding a meeting in the Empire Arms Hotel. We dress up as cleaning service workers, put on some fake mustache, and that was the whole in disguise.
To have a mustache, oh my god.
Definitely very unrecognizable. We plant the bomb, clear out the rooftop, and begin descending to connect the bomb wires and make the big boom. But oh no, disaster happens. The bomb didn't kill Clemente because he was taking a shit during the explosion. So we had to assassinate him manually, which meant we had to pretty much take out his whole security. The hunt continues into the parking lot, where we find our getaway driver Marty dead. We continue chasing Clemente with the cars and eventually got him.
Okay.
That's the end of him.
Can't be sure unless we check.
That was really not dramatic. That's like a sudden cut to the cutscene. I mean, okay, I guess.
However, Joe is very sad and angry about what happened to Marty because he was so young and he did not deserve to die so young. Later we find Joe in a bar very drunk, waving his gun like it's nothing, which is super dangerous, and then he killed the bartender, which seemed like such a nice guy.
Oh no! Oh no, why? Why would you do that? Oh my god.
What the is wrong with you?
So we went to bury him and later finished this absolutely insane chapter.
Ah, shit, what a day.
Hey Joe.
The next day, Henry, a guy that we used to work with back in the day when we did work for the Clemente family, appeared on Vito's front door and basically asked if he could join the Falcone family. Henry is a nice guy, so Vito went with him to the Falcone family's restaurant and said good words about him. By the way, while on the way, Henry did tell that he recognized them during bombing, which basically confirmed my point about Joe's amazing disguise plan. Anyway, Eddie sends Henry to kill Leo, the guy from prison. Vito really did not want that to happen, so we rushed to his house to warn him. Here I had some interesting glitches, where the house would just disappear every time I would try to approach it.
Why is it happening again? What the f is this shit? Am I having this lag? I don't think this should be like that. I don't think this is legit. Yeah, this is not legit. Something's bad. Something's failing. Like there's some sort of glitch. Don't glitch now. Don't glitch. What the f, man? What the f is happening? Why is it glitching?
One of the solutions was to manually open the gates and slowly approach the house, which still didn't work for me. So we went to plan B, which was basically to turn off the game and replay the whole mission again, which eventually worked.
Okay, nice.
Leo!
Let's go.
Leo, you here?
We tried escaping sneaky with Leo, which we failed, and after making some sort of deal with Henry, Leo was not killed, which was nice. We took him to the train station and he skipped town. We went back home, found Vito's sister there crying because her husband is a cheating asshole, so we went to teach him a little lesson. Then we go home, again, and I thought this was gonna be the end of the chapter, but no. There was still more to do, because the Irish decided to burn the house down. Because I forgot to mention, in prison, Vito killed that Irish gang member. We escaped the fire and make our way to Joe's. And then, we still were not done yet because we went to get our revenge on the Irish gang.
You drive.
I mean, he died. I guess that's also good. End of the rainbow. Our good friend.
So, we got a new apartment, Henry got accepted into the family, and everything was sort of decent. Then, Henry proposed an idea to buy some drugs from the Chinese and sell for profit. The idea seemed decent, so Vito agreed. However, we needed money, and Falcone is very much against this stuff, so we gotta keep it quiet under his nose. We loaned some money from a loan shark Bruno, and went to the Chinese to make the deal. Everything went fine until some fake policeman appeared and then a massive shootout happened. Eventually everything was kind of okay and we began making good profit.
Chasing the dragon.
We did it.
A few days passed and we received a phone call from Henry that Falcone found out about the deal and wants his cut. And we still have to pay back the loan shark, so we meet to discuss the money. However, just as we approach the park, we see Henry getting humiliated by the Chinese, and then we also see the Chinese mob boss driving away in the car. And to make it even worse, Henry's part of the money is gone. So we followed the car into the Chinese restaurant, and this is where shit really went down for real. Because we wiped out every single soul in that restaurant. We find their boss, who doesn't have the money and states that Henry was a federal informer and that's why they killed him. Nonetheless, we still had to finish what was about to happen.
Chop chop. That's very racist.
The next day, it's the day we must pay back the loan, and we're still missing 55k, which doesn't sound a lot, but adjusting to inflation, it's 650k, which is quite a lot of money to get in one day. We begin by taking an easy assassination contract, which doesn't mean much if you haven't played other Mafia games, but I have, and this is the ending of Mafia 1, which was super weird because I saw this thing from Tommy Angel's perspective, and now from Vito's perspective, it's a lot of mixed feelings.
Mr. Angelo.
Yep.
Yes?
That's some crazy stuff,
Mr.
you know.
Salieri sends his regards.
Jesus Christ. It's so weird. The Mafia never forgets.
Then we split up with Joe to make the money until the end of the day. So we go to see Derek and he has some work for us, breaking up a strike by his dock workers. During this cutscene, the workers recognize Vito and questions why he is working with his dad's killer. This was mega mind-blowing, and after pressing for answers, we found out that Steve, this guy, drowned Vito's father. So we begin our little revenge and go after Steve and Derek, and this was actually one of the hardest fights in the game. Up to the warehouse everything was okay, but when inside the warehouse it would become hell, quite literally. Because I was not only getting shot at, but also Derek was throwing constantly Molotovs at me. I could not stay in one place because the fire would get me, but if I moved I would get shot. And after dying, I needed to replay this whole fight again from the beginning. As much as I hate to do this, I had to get some help from the internet, because I could not understand how to beat this fight. And the way to do it is quite weird. You have to push into the building quite deep, and then slowly clear the waves of enemies, and then hide in specific places where they can't reach you, but you can. It's confusing. Eventually, we got Derek,
Death also helps resolve another problem.
Okay. Out of justice.
and found quite a good amount of cash in his office. And to get the rest of the money, I sold some cars to Brewski and actually got a trophy for selling a certain number of cars to him.
This might be national. Okay, there we go. Proper scrapper.
After getting the money, we go to Joe's apartment but can't find him. After some digging around, we found out that he's taken by the Vinci family, which is basically the third mafia in the city. So we go to their bar, where Vito gets knocked out and wakes up in some sort of construction site, next to a very well beat up
Joe Barbaro.
We freed ourselves and tried to escape the building, which of course ended up being another massive shootout. We take Joe to El Greco and deliver the money to Bruno. And then we see some core Vito realizing that everything is falling apart and this is just not how he imagined his life would end up, because he fucked up with basically every single family in the city and the word will spread fast.
Doesn't seem like there's gonna be a positive ending and a trophy. Man at work.
The next day, he receives a phone call from Eddie, who tells him to come to the observatory. I think you can see what is happening, which is quite sad. As he leaves, he's met by Leo Galante and Mr. Chu. Leo is angry because he almost started a war between the Triads and the Mafia families. Leo confirms that Henry was a rat, which is why Mr. Chu's men killed him. Vinci and the rest of the commission want Vito dead, as well as Mr. Chu. Leo called in favors because Vito is his friend and did him a favor before. So basically, Vinci and Chu will forgive him if he kills Falcone. So we don't really have a choice. Just go there and kill Falcone or get killed himself. So that's exactly what we do.
Wow, look who it is. But your buddy Joe understands, don't you, Joe?
At the end, Joe appears, and just when I thought that he's gonna kill Vito, the friendship reunited and they teamed up and took down Falcone.
Don was killed. I killed for my country. I killed for my family. I killed anybody that got in my way.
Outside, we're greeted by Leo and we begin driving to the cat house to celebrate. However, Joe was taken away somewhere else because he wasn't included in this deal, which is another very sad turn in the story. And after this, the story ended.
It's such a neutral ending then, because it's like positive but also like negative. Why would they do that? Come on, man. And that's the credits. So yeah, that's the story. Tough Nut. Made Man. Finish him. Any more trophies? That seems like it. It's like a movie. I loved it, but the ending is quite sad a little bit.
So after finishing the story, I achieved 32 out of 48 trophies. And also have the magazines and only 4 wanted posters. Now jumping into Saturday. Basically, I left myself a full day to get the remaining trophies, which shouldn't be hard, but magazines are only achievable in missions, which is a massive difference because in Mafia 1 I was able to collect everything while free roaming, so that meant that I had to play most of the story again, which is not ideal. However, I focused on getting the other trophies I missed in these chapters or in places that are the best for farming these trophies. In chapter 1 there is this trophy, which is super easy. I just had to stand for some time and wait to get the option to repair the car, and that was it.
Thank you very much, handsome.
Don't mention.
Get out of here.
Okay, that just changed real quick. A real gentleman.
And the other optional trophy was in chapter 11, where I had to escape with Leo without getting noticed.
Wake up call.
Thankfully, I didn't have to replay the whole chapters, only to the parts where I would take the last collectible and then I could just quit. Anyway, as I said, I was also stacking the other trophies while replaying these chapters. There is this trophy, The Police Want You Dead. Survive for 10 minutes. Now I thought this is a simple trophy, just have your wanted level for 10 minutes. But I was wrong. You need to have police on your ass for 10 minutes without losing track of you. If you drive slow, the police will bully you, your car will break down, or you will just get shot. If you drive fast, the police will lose the track of you. If you walk, you'll get shot. If you hide, they will lose the track of you, or they will push and kill you. So this looks super hard. However, there's a way in chapter 4. After the jewelry store heist, you can attract the police to the alley and they won't push you. So I just had to pop out from time to time.
Hard to kill. Let's go. That's trophy.
The next trophy I focused on was driving 30 different cars. Now, there is no way to track this, so I just tried driving as many cars as I could, and eventually the trophy popped up.
Oh, and that's the trophy. Petrol head.
With enough money and the right vehicle, I I was able to upgrade the car to the max level at the Empire Bay Customs.
What's wrong with her now?
Oh, I can get the sports tuning. Let's go. And supercharge. Okay. Green handling.
During the hotel assassination/bombing, I was able to get this trophy, which was a little bit challenging because I had to get headshot kills.
4, 5? Oh yeah, hairdresser. Let's go.
Then later I had a fast car and I was able to drive 125 miles per hour.
Oh, it's going. Oh, it's going fast. Okay, that was fast. Pedal to the metal. Let's go, a trophy. Okay. Oh, knucklehead. Let's go.
Now when replaying the chapter where I killed Derek, I needed money, so I went for this trophy and also got this one as well.
Come on, I'm gonna rob you. Don't take the phone, put it away. Come on, let me rob it. Here we go.
Dispatch, we're in pursuit of a suspect.
Okay, stuck up. That was fast
Roger
enough.
that.
Thank God. Or is it the tailored suit? It is the tailored suit, isn't it?
Would that be all, sir?
Okay, yeah. Sharp sweeter. Sweeter? I have no idea how to pronounce it. Sharp sweeter. Oh my God. I cannot pronounce it now. Nice.
Sharp suitor.
And eventually, after going through every chapter once again, I collected every magazine and sadly I cannot show you them because these magazines contain some BOOBS.
Here, okay, cover that shit. Ladies, man.
I achieved this trophy on a Saturday evening and still had to collect all the wanted posters, which there are a whopping 189 of them, all throughout the city, which basically meant I failed this challenge and just went to sleep. Sunday morning. There are only 4 trophies left, which seems so little, but it's the damn posters. There's so many of them. Just look at this map. But before I did that, I went to get these 2 trophies because they're pretty easy. Just sell some fancy cars.
Bam! Exporter.
And drive slow on the highway.
Oh, there we go. Cruise control. That was easy.
And then the grind began. There's also this trophy, which I decided to do as well with the collectibles, cause I'm gonna be driving a lot. This is the website that I was using for the collectibles, which was really nice and helpful. Well, sort of. This map is interactive, so you can track your progress, which the game without exiting doesn't let you to do that. But there's a downside with this map. It is very incorrect in many places. Like for example, on this interactive map, these 2 collectibles are close but a few buildings apart, but in game they're like 5 meters apart. Also, some of them have descriptions of where they are and some of them don't. And to make it even worse, some of these collectibles are just placed on the wrong streets. Like this one is actually 1 street above, which really threw me off at times. So I also had to use IGN and YouTube tutorials. So apart from the tracking ability, this interactive map was absolutely shit. The collectibles themselves were okay. Some of them were tricky, like you had to climb loads of stairs or drive in places where you would never think of going. And of course, my favorite one, the one next to Joe's apartment, which I was not able to find. You know why? Because you had to jump off a highway with a car, land on a small building, stop, and then you can get this collectible. Like, this location is absolutely insane. Like, how are you supposed to get this and find this without a tutorial?
Stop. Okay, we're good.
Copy that.
Let me go get the collectible.
Officer down! Officer down! Shoot this asshole!
That was the worst, I think.
Roger that.
So this last one should be here. Yep, okay. I think that's all of them. Yes, it is. Card sharp. Let's go. This took such a long time.
And because of that incorrect interactive map, I went to the menu a few times to actually see if I have collected these posters, and after coming back, I realized that the driving progress resets every time you quit. So after collecting all posters, I still had to drive for like half an hour.
Oh, there we go. That's the last trophy. 1 careful owner. And the platinum trophy. Let's go.
Anyway, this was me getting the Mafia II Platinum Trophy. I absolutely love this game, the story is unbelievable and it's definitely a masterpiece. And now I guess I'll have to Platinum Mafia 3 at some point in the future. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.